Hello everyone, welcome to KM's Trick. So today we will discuss about hormonal control of spermatogenesis. In the previous lecture we have discussed the process of spermatogenesis, the formation of the male gamete, that is sperm, and now we will discuss the hormones that control the process of spermatogenesis. So there are basically 4 hormones that takes part in the process of spermatogenesis. The first one is gonadotropin releasing hormone. In short we write it as GnRH. It is released from the hypothalamus. The next one is luteinizing hormone. In short, we write it as LH. Luteinizing hormone. The next is FSH. You must have known this. Follicle stimulating hormone. And the final one, that is the primary male sex hormone called testosterone. So here in this diagram you can see this is the hypothalamus, and posterior to the hypothalamus this is the pituitary gland. So the hypothalamus secretes the gonadotropin releasing hormone during the time of puberty. During the time of puberty, the gonadotropin releasing hormone is at its highest concentration. So it stimulates the anterior pituitary. The anterior pituitary, we know that is responsible for secretion of many hormones in human's body. So when gonadotropin releasing hormone stimulates the anterior pituitary, it secretes 2 hormones, that is luteinizing hormone and the follicle stimulating hormone. The luteinizing hormone stimulates the interstitial cells or the Leydig cells. See, this is the seminiferous tubule. This is the section of seminiferous tubule, and this is the interstitial cell called the Leydig cell. We have seen earlier in the transverse section of the testes, we have seen that in between each seminiferous tubules there are present some cells, that is interstitial cells called Leydig cells. So these Leydig cells, when get stimulated by the luteinizing hormone, this hormone also called as ICSH, that is interstitial cell stimulating hormone. The Leydig cells, when get stimulated by luteinizing hormone, secretes androgen. So androgen is the male sex hormones. The primary male sex hormone in a human's body is the testosterone. So the Leydig cells secretes testosterone. The testosterone further helps in the process of spermiogenesis. What is spermiogenesis? Spermiogenesis is the process of maturation of the round spermatid into a fully motile spermatozoa. So testosterone helps in the process of spermiogenesis. Now coming to FSH hormone, follicle stimulating hormone. This hormone stimulates the germinal epithelium of the seminiferous tubule and the Sertoli cells. When the germinal epithelium, here this is the germinal epithelium of the seminiferous tubule. So when the germinal epithelium is stimulated by the follicle stimulating hormone, it undergoes the multiplication and divisions and enters the process of Spermatogenesis. We have discussed that the germinal epithelium first divide mitotically, okay, till the formation of primary spermatocyte, and then it divides by the process of meiosis till the formation of spermatids. This we have already discussed in the previous video. If you haven't watched it, please check it out. Okay, so the follicle stimulating hormone stimulates the germinal epithelium so that it undergoes the process of spermatogenesis and forms the spermatids. Now the Sertoli cells secretes two proteins by the stimulation of FSH. That is, the first is androgen binding protein and the other is inhibin. Okay? The androgen binding protein binds the androgen, that is the testosterone, inside the seminiferous tubule here. Okay, here the androgen binding protein binds the androgen, that is the testosterone. It binds the testosterone so that the level of the testosterone remains high in the seminiferous tubule for the further process of spermiogenesis. Okay, this is how the Sertoli cells also helps in the formation of spermiogenesis. The testosterone binded to the androgen binding protein inside the seminiferous tubule helps the spermatids to mature and transforms into the fully mature spermatozoa. Okay? So this is how the testosterone and androgen binding protein secreted by Sertoli cells works together and helps in the process of spermiogenesis. Okay, understood? Now the inhibin. The inhibin is the protein, or you can say the hormone, that sends the negative signal to the anterior pituitary to stop the secretion of follicle stimulating hormone. And when the inhibin sends the negative signal to the anterior pituitary, at the time when the spermatozoa inside the seminiferous tubule increases its normal quantity, okay, the inhibin sends a negative signal to the anterior pituitary so that the anterior pituitary can stop the secretion of follicle stimulating hormone. Similarly, the testosterone also sends a negative signal to the anterior pituitary and the hypothalamus to stop the further secretion of LH and GnRH, that is the gonadotropin releasing hormone, and this is the luteinizing hormone. Remember that testosterone sends negative signal to the both hypothalamus and anterior pituitary, while the inhibin only sends the negative signal to the anterior pituitary to stop the secretion of FSH. And when the testosterone sends the negative signal? When inside the seminiferous tubule the testosterone level becomes high, the testosterone sends a negative signal to the hypothalamus and the anterior pituitary to stop the release of LH so that the testosterone level will be maintained. Now let us discuss the effect of testosterone during the time of puberty. When it releases, what changes it does inside a male's body. Okay? So first, it appears in between 13 to 16 years of age in a male, and it develops the secondary sex character and the secondary sex organs. Okay, the secondary sex characters are developed like moustaches, beards, hairs on chest, the enlargement of the Adam's apple. Thirdly, it causes the changes in the body and height. It stimulates the bone growth inside males, like their shoulders are broadened, their height starts increasing. Okay. Now let us summarize the whole hormonal control of spermatogenesis. Okay, first the gonadotropin releasing hormone releases from the hypothalamus during the time of puberty that stimulates the anterior pituitary. The anterior pituitary releases two hormones, that is LH and FSH. The LH stimulates Leydig cells and the FSH stimulates germinal epithelium. I am writing it in short, you can write it from here, and the Sertoli cells. Okay, the Leydig cell secretes androgen, that is the testosterone. The germinal epithelium after stimulation undergo division till divides till spermatids. Okay, till the spermatids is formed. Then the Sertoli cells secretes androgen binding protein. So the testosterone released from the Leydig cells binds to the androgen binding protein inside the seminiferous tubule to the Sertoli cell and helps the process of spermiation. Okay, helps in the process of spermiation, and after the spermatozoa count increases. Okay, when the spermatozoa count increases, the another hormone secreted by Sertoli cell is inhibin, sends a negative signal to the anterior pituitary to stop the secretion of follicle stimulating hormone. Similarly, when the testosterone level increases inside the seminiferous tubule to a high extent, it sends a negative signal to the anterior pituitary and to the hypothalamus also. Okay, and to the hypothalamus also. So this is how the spermatogenesis process is controlled by these hormones. Okay, that is the gonadotropin releasing hormone, luteinizing hormone, FSH, testosterone, and yeah, you should add the inhibin also. Inhibin is also the hormone. Thank you for watching. If you like this video and the information is useful to you, please like, comment, share and subscribe. And if you have any questions, do comment in the comment section. Thank you.